Welcome back to the show, episode 3. We are well on our way to our podcast journey. Appreciate you guys riding along with me. And at this point, you're probably wondering, how do you get content for your show? Well, I really can't help you with how you get your personal content, but what we can do is discuss the different forms of content. Specifically, let's go with a YouTube type channel. It applies to podcasting as well, but seems to make more sense for YouTube. And YouTube channels come in different forms. One of the most popular is niche content, or niche, depends on how you say that, where you're from. Niche content is the religion of the algorithm. You pick one thing and you do it over and over and over. You become the go-to for that particular subject. You're the expert on mushrooms, or you're the tiny house person. You're the guy who only eats gas station food and rates the bathrooms while you're there. The audience knows what they're getting. They are happy with it. That's why they come back. And it works for a while, but you're stuck in that lane. So you can never pivot to a different subject. And the minute you try, well, you just lose your audience because your niche is your identity. You built a whole show about collecting stamps, and suddenly you want to talk about guitars. Nobody wants to hear that. There's already a guitar channel. They wanted to hear about stamps. So now that you're talking about guitars, they're going to go look for another stamp channel. So you don't build your voice by niching down. You build a community, or a commodity, if you will. The next segment type of channel you can do is the expert series. It's the value add hustle, where the whole internet starts handing out advice like it's Halloween candy, and you're caught up in it. 5 habits to fix your morning. How I turned my burnout into a 6-figure brand. The secret to negotiating like a Navy SEAL. It's the expert lane. Not because you are one, because you act like one. People eat it up because they really want experts to tell them how to do stuff. And you're stuck in a trajectory when you go down that path. If your first video is how I made $10,000 a month, well, your second one's going to have to be why I fired my CPA and scaled to $40,000 a month. And then you keep repeating this mantra over and over. And pretty soon you got a Patreon channel, and you've got a Discord, and you're selling courses on how to buy real estate with no money down. Always going to be no money down. And the thing is, with these types of videos, well, if the system was good, then one video was good enough. So whatever you're making next, good for you. But the people that want to learn about that topic, they're going to keep coming back. So you're good with that. Hot topic content. This one's great. This is the stove is always on, and there's something cooking there, and we need to find out what it is. Breaking. This changes everything. She said, what? On live TV? Joe Rogan destroys so-and-so on his show. It's instant. It's now. It's all about what the latest politician is saying, what Ted Cruz dismantled another politician in a Senate committee hearing, and it works great. I mean, there's always something on fire that we need to be talking about. The problem is it has no shelf life. So whatever Ted Cruz said today, you don't want to watch it again tomorrow. And so you're chasing the next story all the time. Pretty soon you get caught up in probably the news cycle, and you're competing with a whole bunch of other people. There's the lack of content. These are usually vloggers. They come back, sorry I haven't posted in a while. Life's been pretty hectic. Let me tell you what's been going on and why you can't remember what my channel's about in the first place. If you're explaining why you're gone, you didn't really have a presence at all. This video is more for you than anybody else. And why I was gone and why I'm back now, that's not content. Stolen content is really popular right now. AI is full force right now. We're talking like reaction videos, reaction to reaction videos, AI generated channels where you know you're on the YouTubes whenever you hear this AI voice telling you what's going to happen next. I've seen the same exact cop watch videos posted on 5-6 different channels, often within hours of one another. But the original video was from 2023. They're just mining that data and churning out the videos as fast as possible. They're not as good. I mean, the guy that did the original, he put the work in. He did the narration. The AI channel, it just scrubbed through it, picked it all out just enough to not get a copyright strike, and put out the same video. You can do that if you want to. It's going to get you a lot of views, but it's not going to get you memorable content. Some shows straddle those different segments. You know, like you're an expert on real estate, which is why you were able to buy this 10-acre homestead. And now I can show you how to grow potatoes in 5-gallon buckets. That's pretty cool. Let's look at some of the types of titles that you might find in this, such as, let's just say, niche content. I built a cabin in the woods. No talking. That's going to be your high definition sound thing. The initials here say ASMR. I don't know if those are the correct initials, so I didn't want to read it, but I will read it to tell you that I don't know if it's correct. Tavern cooking in the 1800s. There's some exciting stuff. Collecting Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies come up a lot on this show. People do collect them, and you need to know what you're doing. More importantly, you need to show people that you know what you're doing. You could straddle into the Beanie Baby expert category. I made $40K selling dropship on eBay, and you can too. Buy my Discord. How to start your pod. I'm all thumbs today. How to start your podcast in 2025. Okay, I'm kind of guilty of that, but more of a how to start your podcast in 2025. Just start a podcast. Remember? Dash cam warriors. That would be your cop watch things. Why not to eat spam and other fun facts. My favorite. This pops up all the time. There we go. All thumbs. Disappear for 2 months and come back stronger. Stronger than what? And more importantly, if you disappear for 2 months, you're probably not going to have a job. And if you're married, you're not going to have a wife or a house. Don't disappear for 2 months. Maybe you can lay low for a couple months, but I wouldn't disappear. I'm just going to stop here and say something out loud that I'm sure people think and just don't want to say. People need to quit pretending that the Smashing Pumpkins is a good band. Billy Corgan couldn't carry a tune if you handed it to him in a clipboard. And the lyrics are mostly nonsense, and the guitar work, well, it's mediocre at best. They made a living at it, so sure, good for them. But the fans, I feel bad for you. You spent all these years convincing yourselves that this was some sort of art, and no, this isn't revisionist thinking. I wore a jean jacket in the 90s. I lived through the whole period. Even then, I didn't buy it. They were always a step below Stone Temple Pilots, and let's be honest, that's not exactly a high bar. Corgan always sounded like he was chasing the key that he was trying to sing in, but could never quite catch it. And the lyrics, straight out of high school poetry. Maybe on the back of a yearbook or in the local high school periodical. Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, it wasn't deep. It was noise for kids who thought wearing black and quoting the Crow made them interesting. You strip away all the angst and the fuzz pedals, and what you really have is a garage band that accidentally got famous because nobody else felt like fighting them for it. Meanwhile, real bands were holding the line. Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Radiohead, Rage Against the Machine, even Counting Crows. Adam Duritz, at least he felt like he had something to say. And of course, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, balling around on stage, butt ass naked, writing funk hits one after the other that maybe they didn't make sense, but they were groovy. And then there's something else nobody seems to notice. You got Audio Slave and Collective Soul. Good bands. But if you took those two bands and you took their songs that were on the radio and you put them on one mixtape and threw it in the old CD changer, whatever you got, and listened to it, you'd be hard-pressed to find where Audio Slave stopped and where Collective Soul started. I mean, let's face it. Audio Slave was Rage Against the Machine with yeah, lost the whole train of thought right there. This bit was falling apart anyway. I was trying to make some point about Audio Slave being Rage Against the Machine, but with Chris Cornell as the lead singer, and then I was going to go on to how Collective Soul was Audio Slave without Chris Cornell. That's how it was all supposed to come together. Anyway, you get the point. I mean, it's that 90s sound. It's all the bands. They had this anger, trying not to be grunge, but trying at the same time to be relevant and lyrical and musical, I guess. Garage bands that somehow made it. Anyway, that's a good place to stop right there. Anytime you start babbling over your own words, and this show's about babble, don't get me wrong, but even I have a point where I can no longer babble because I become self-conscious about the fact that I'm actually babbling. So anyway, if I stick around any longer, I'm going to start talking about Candlebox or Hootie and the Blowfish, and there's no future in that. So thanks for sticking around, and even for coming back. I mean, I really appreciate the support we're getting here. Even though it's brand new, we've doubled our subscribers since we started. We have 2 now. And as you recall, I set the bar at, I wanted to have 3 subscribers sometime before the end of July. And we're over the halfway point. We can't actually have a halfway point because I picked a prime number for my target. And we can't get less than a whole subscriber. So there you go. A couple weeks, doubled our subscribers. If you use that penny a day thing and we keep doubling our subscribers every couple weeks, we'll have like 10 or 12 in a few weeks. I don't know. I can't carry math that far in my head. But anyway, good luck finding your content. Good luck with your Smashing Pumpkins album collection if you have one. And hopefully this made sense to somebody. It doesn't make sense to me, but I still do it. This is Measured Motion.